Welcome to Outlaws Unleashed. My name is Kent. I'm joined today with Grandma. We are going to talk about something today that I'm not sure you have heard about, and it affects your life in a huge way. It's central bank digital currencies. What is this, you can ask? It's an important question, of course.
Yes.
It's the creation of money by the central bank. We have had uh, bank direct currencies, which you have in your bank today. It goes back to, like we had the episode we had about real money. The thing I think you need to understand is that when you work an hour now, your money is going to be less in value. The buying power of your money is going to be less. Okay, how will they do this? You can imagine. It's because of the value of the money has going down over years. And now it's going to be money directly deposited into your account at the central bank. And this money will have an expiry date. So let's say you work for your money or you get some welfare or something like this. It will be timed. So you have to use it on certain things in a specific amount of time. So let's say, for example, the money is valid for a month. And when you go to the store, you can only buy certain things. Let's say, for example, you can only buy a certain amount of meats, for example. Somebody likes meats and would maybe prefer to buy a little more. When will this happen? Is maybe a question you may have. And I will say, I don't know. I'm an amateur.
So
Grandma,
our
what do you think about this?
yeah, I have a question. Is our money only going to be digital? Will they remove the possibility to use cash, for example?
They are trying to say like this. When we see the way the monetary system has gone from being based on something real, like gold, and you see the value of a US dollar, we can use that as an example because it was the last uh, gold-backed currency. The purchasing power of $1, or let's say $100 in earlier years, and you compare it to now. Everybody knows when you go to the store, you can buy a lot less now for the same amount of so-called money. I think it's
Yes.
important to people to understand that what is in your bank account and what's in your wallet, it's not really money, it's currency. Because money is something real that has a stable value. And what we have today is not either stable or keeps its value. Also, it's shit.
Yeah. So this means, for example, if like you and me, who refuse to take these COVID vaccines, for example, if they come again with some trying to mandate something like this, some experimental drug, and we refuse, with this central bank digital currency, they can just shut down my money and I will not have any means to buy food, for example. Is that a possibility?
Bingo.
Oh,
It's so easy when you say it like this, but because imagine what happened again to the Canadian truckers. We have talked about this several times. It's a Western country, it's supposed to be a stable country, and they just took away their bank accounts. And they have bank accounts at a so-called normal bank. So imagine when they control the central bank directly and your funds directly. Why wouldn't they do that?
Yeah. Hmm. And another thing I wonder about, some people they speak about these 15 minutes cities, yes? And I think when people picture this in their mind, I think they picture an area with the fences or something like this, where you can go in and out. But it will not be like this, no? Because if they control where you can spend your money, it means if you go outside where they decide that you should be, your money will not work anymore, no?
You're giving the answer of the question yourself. I think if you're asking me about how will I imagine this be, I
Mm.
think a lot of people watch the movies. I will give a movie as an example. It's The Hunger Games.
Mm. Okay.
I,
I was
I I
never
think
watching
you will
this.
see
Mm.
cities, big cities. If also, this is if they get their will, if they get their way, I think you will see something like the Hunger Games. I think you will see the big cities that you are leading your life, somebody at the top, and you are not working away as slaves because they control all the money. And some people will live outside the cities. So
Yeah. Hmm.
I leave
Forgive
this
me if
topic
I'm
with you, but
forgive me if I'm stupid, but for example, like we see in Canada now, people are forbidden to go hiking in the forest, and they say it's because of danger of wildfires in Nova Scotia, where, as I understand it, it has never been more wildfires. But and um, they are raising every day the fine, and now they have gone from $25,000 to even more. I think you'll you will have to pay if you break that rule, and that means, for example, uh, if you break a rule like this, they can also just withdraw this money from your account
yes.
if you deny to pay that fine, for example.
So people should. Yeah, so you are correct in what you say because we see it. They increase the fines, and people are just following along. So
Yeah,
people. So I don't think we have a lot left, Grandma. I think we have to decide for ourselves if you want to be a free man or woman or a slave.
yeah,
The Hunger Games society, I think it's not far away. I think we have um months, at
yeah.
least not
Maybe
many
just
years. I think we have
yes,
months to decide for ourselves if we want to cooperate with this or not.
yeah,
And people will ask the question, of course, what we can do about it. I will not comply, is the answer. If you get a vaccination next time or something like this, you should just defer this decision. Say, okay, I'm going to look at this and I'm going to wait. You don't have to say no. Just, I will wait a little. We can do this, and you will see what they tell you. And if they come
yeah,
come to the point and tell you that, okay, you have to do this, or we will punish you, it should say something to you.
yeah,
Because if they meant good, real good, they wouldn't force you. They would give you an incentives. You will make the decision by yourself. So
yeah,
you mentioned the COVID thing. It was pretty much forced on everybody. Do
yeah,
this or we will punish you. I'm not sure what happens next time because I don't know. I'm an amateur. But something will happen that makes people uh, go to the top or go down and being a slave. The middle class will be erased. And the middle
yeah,
class is the thing. That's the glue of the society. It's the dream of uh, sending your kids to good schools and having a good life.
Yeah, but it's not, how to say, mm, I don't feel very positive about this that people will deny, because in China they have this system already, no?
They do. I think there's much more going on in China that we are being led to believe. I think there's actual resistance also in China. I'm not sure. You see all the YouTubers and you see everything that travel to China.
Hmm.
It seems like a nice country when you see this. Uh,
Yeah,
I
me.
haven't been to China, so I don't know. I can imagine, but I can't say that it's going to be this and it's going to be this. But it seems to me like they have these 15 minutes cities, like you say, and it's
Mm.
if you they have this facial recognition thing. So if you jaywalk on the sidewalk, you will get a fine, and they will recognize your face, and they will just deduct it from your account. And if you are not compliant with the rules and the regulations like this, it's very, very, very difficult for you to travel.
Yeah.
It's
So
my
this is what
understanding.
the
I'm not sure
globalists
if it's is, do you have the same understanding as me, or is it?
yes,
Yeah, okay.
yes, I have this understanding. So this is what the globalists want for us, to have this central bank digital currency
Yes.
means that they will take total control of our lives.
Yes.
It's simple like this, isn't it?
I believe like this.
Mm.
I may be wrong, of course, but I believe it's the way that you mentioned now. And I would say this: when you see what's happening in the world, you see everything is going digital. Everything. You said every bank is going digital. You see everything with you pay with the apps and everything like this.
Mm.
I think people should ask themselves the question: if you want to be a free man or a woman, could cash be an option?
Yeah, or gold and silver.
Gold and silver is the storing of value.
Yeah,
It's the safekeeping of what you have been working and saving for your whole life. And if you, for a second, imagine that we are correct in this, and you will say no, and you will, also, or you will say yes, and you will comply with them. If you comply, maybe you will be able to keep your money, maybe for some time. I would defer people to the revolution in Russia and see what happened there. They
yeah,
went,
but then,
they went down the list.
yeah,
Pretty much not everybody was taken at the end.
mm,
So when we say, or we are in the forefront of this, and we say, I will not comply, when we are taken out, then it goes down the list. How long you think it will, you and your family and everything will be safe?
yeah, that's the question.
Mm.
Yes, and hmm, yeah, I forgot what I should say now.
Yeah, so I think cash is an answer, and gold and silver is an answer. It's combination of everything, and I think it's also important to say I'm not sure if it's all the world that wants this, but it seems to be something that's
Yeah,
pushing
now I
everything.
remember what. Now I remember what to say.
What
So
do you think, Grandma?
yeah, if I comply, and they let me keep my money, if I do as I'm told, that would only mean um, I have the illusion that I have my money.
Mm.
I don't have them, just the illusion. Yes.
I think yes, it's important. to understand what's in the fine print with you and your bank.
Yeah.
It's the following, as I understand it. It's important to say, and it's this: when you put your hard-earned money into the bank, it's not your money; it's the bank's money, and you are a creditor to the bank. So you
Yeah.
lend the bank the money, and the crazy thing is, let's say you put in $1,000. Let's say. What the bank does with this money is not like it's going to lend out $1,000 plus interest to the neighboring firm. They are going to most likely it's going to the markets, and they are gearing it up like 10 times, and they are borrowing it out like this. So the bank gets a lot of interest and like this on not $1,000 but of $10,000.
Yeah.
It's called I think it's called a fractional reserve currency or something like this. So people should look at some serious people, some financial people that maybe can understand, so explain this better than us. Like we are amateurs. Please don't take our advice. You should find people that know this. Like for example, Alistair MacLeod or something like this. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. I'm more, how to say, I'm more into the practical consequences of this because I don't understand economy so good. I understand the basics, but I'm not.
But the
Yeah.
problem with this is most people find this boring. They find it
Yeah.
difficult, and it's
Yeah.
that, and they if trust the government and they trust the bankers and like this, and
Mm.
these are the people that have, in practice, made financial crisis before.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
what comes to
And
mind?
we bail them out with our money. That's
Yeah,
what's happening. Yeah.
normal people get
Mm.
to pay with their taxes.
Mm.
So they get a bail out or bail in worst case.
Yeah.
Because everybody thinks, so let's say there's a crisis happening now, Grandma, and it will be the stock market and the cryptos and everything like this goes like this in theory. What has happened before is mostly what's called a bailout. A bailout is the government, in practice, lending money to the banks to save them.
Yeah.
Uh, but
But again, it's not real money.
Yeah, but then so when it happens, the money supply will go up, so your money will be worth even less.
Yes.
But I believe, so believe, not saying that it will happen, that it's a possibility of a bail-in next time, not a bail-out, which get the money from the government and in practice from you. But bail-in means they go into your bank account and take your money directly.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
let's say you have guarantees from some kind of state fund or something like this for $100,000 or $200,000 or something like this. What gives from them not taking the money over that? Or
Yeah.
for the lucky ones, that is. If you don't have anything, you don't have anything. But still, it's important to say that if you don't have any savings and you follow them, your life will not be the way it is now. So
Mm.
people should
Yeah. And this is,
resist anyway.
yeah. And it looks like this is going very slowly, step by step, like that frog, boiling frog,
Yeah,
and we don't notice. And they, how to say, um, the value of the money goes down bit by bit. They put new taxes. Yeah, For example, the other day, I was frustrated because, like me, for example, I was working 50 years of my life, 50, destroyed my back and more of my health with hard work. And now I'm sitting here. I'm not, don't mistake me. I'm not a victim. I'm not, I'm not poor, or don't misunderstand me now. But now I'm sitting here in that house I was buying, paying with my hard work and health. And then comes a bill, I have to pay tax to the government. That money I was buying this apartment for, I was already paying tax from that I was working, you know? So in practice, I don't own this anyway, because if I pay all the debts, still I have to pay.
And
Still I
you're
have to
not
pay
talking
them.
about the water and sewage and like this. We have direct taxes on the property.
Yes,
Hmm.
direct. Just because you own a property, which in
Yeah,
my case,
yeah.
to say again, I was working 50 years to be able to have an apartment. Still,
So
you
people
have to
should
pay
ask
more taxes.
themselves if you really own a property, if you are value taxed it.
No, I don't own this place. No, it's just an illusion. This also makes me quite
So
frustrated. I have to
yeah, so
say.
but you should be
Mm,
frustrated because I
mm.
see the same thing. I see my taxes on my house is almost doubled in just a few years. Like the
Yes,
property tax and the sewage and like this.
yeah.
It's
And when they go
insane.
to central bank digital currency, they can only increase and increase this and take more and more money. Yes,
Yeah, so it's important to understand that for each year, your what perceived money is, if it's dollar or whatever,
yeah,
it's going down in value.
yes. They are
Purchasing,
cooking us. They are
yeah,
cooking us slowly. This
yes,
is what they
cooking
are
slowly.
doing.
It's a good
Yeah,
picture. If
yeah,
you, so just for comparison, it's said that in Roman times, you could buy a very nice toga with 1 ounce of gold. It's
yeah.
then it's compared to modern times. It's you can directly buy a very, very nice suit with the same gold coin. So I'm just saying that gold has kept its purchasing power for hundreds and
Yes,
hundreds of years.
yeah.
If you
That was a
see,
good analogy.
yeah, if you see what
Yeah.
happened with the dollar in when we went off a gold standard, first the United States cheated the people that had the gold with the going from $20 to 30 or 35 or something like this, and revalued it. And what happened after 1971? Gold now is around $3,500. It was 20 in dollars.
Yeah. But what if they decide? What if they decide that this central bank digital currency is going to be how we operate with buying and selling and stuff? Um, and let's say if I have some savings and I buy gold or silver for it, will they come to how to say, will they come to arrest us for having this, or
The
what do you think? What do you think they will do with people who have gold and silver? What do you think they will do?
it has this has happened before to select this. It's the government in the US probably found themselves lacking gold. with I think it was Nixon in 71. So, and I think that this is the reason they went off the gold standard. But was it around 30 something? So it's a history in the United States that everybody had to sell the gold to the government.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was, this is the reason, I'm an amateur. If it was the 30s or it was the 70s that went from 20 to $35, I can't remember on this. The point is, you as the people had to go and deliver your gold to the government, and you get a note back with the dollar that said it was redeemable in gold. So the dollar was gold. But they didn't take collectible gold. So if you had gold coins, 1 ounce, so if they were new, you could keep just a few of them. If you had gold coins that were old, I don't think it was taken in. So you got to keep it. So you got to keep something. And the silver is, so how can they take silver? It's so much more that you need than gold. When comparing to silver, because it's said that the silver is the people's gold. And if you see what an ounce of gold is worth in US dollars today, you see around 3,500, like I said, in dollar terms for 1 ounce of gold. 1 ounce of silver is now around $40. It's one gold coin, you get 90 or something, not these silver coins. So 1 to 90, it's approximate like this. Historically, though, it's very interesting to see the value of silver and the usage. We can come back to the usage after, but if you see historically, an ounce of silver comes up from the ground. Now I think it's 1 to 7. So let's say miners dig out the gold from the ground. You find 1 ounce of gold, and you find 7 ounces of silver today. And you see, earlier it was normally it was I think 1 to 15. I think is a good comparison. So you can buy 1 ounce of gold with 15 silver coins. It's been a historic like this. And now you
Yeah.
see it's almost 90.
Yeah.
And you see what happened in the world today. You see when the Americans fire a Tomahawk missile like this, I think it's 500 ounces of silver they use. For I think it's been a few years now. It's been uh, X amount of tons coming up from the ground, and we have spent more than that. So the world spends more silver than is being dug up from the ground now. So we use
Yeah.
it in phones, we use it in electronic components, we use it as silver coins, we use it many different usages of silver. Solar panels, electric cars, many things. So
So it can be a solution to have silver and gold if they come with this central bank digital currency.
at least you will have something that you can exchange for real goods.
Yeah. And I also think it's important to know, maybe it's not correct, but I don't think mm, I don't think they are planning to say, for example, on one Monday to say next Monday we will put this central bank digital currency. I think what they are doing, they are boiling us slowly. It's going on now. That's what I'm thinking. And
Yes. Yeah.
slowly, we will move to this system, and most people will not notice before we are there. You understand what I mean? Do you think
Also,
it's like this?
Most people are very occupied with their day-to-day life.
Yeah.
Um, for different reasons. It's understandable. But we have come to a time in history now, in my belief, that we have to do something, or we will have a society that goes to the rich and goes to the poor, and the middle class will be erased.
Yeah.
And those people that are in between now, you have to decide for yourself which direction you want to go,
Yeah.
is my belief. I may be wrong, of course.
And that maybe brings us to what we are going to speak about next time, don't you think?
I believe so. What are we going to talk about next time, Grava?
We are going to talk about Eastern Europe and their role in this globalist game they are pushing on us.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Everybody, please save your soul and save your families. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Grandma.
Thank you.
This is Outlaws Unleashed. Please like and subscribe and everything like this. Thank you. See you guys next time. Goodbye for now.
Bye-bye.